Hi, this is Michael Dunn. I would like to show you the answer to one of the most difficult questions that all DP coordinators ask, which is how to integrate TOK within the DP course, or how to integrate the DP course in general. We have been racking our brains, or we were racking our brains for many, many years about how to do this. How do we really set up a situation whereby TOK is used by all DP teachers to integrate what they are doing and offer the students a truly kind of coordinated educational experience in which everything works in unison. We came up with this. We came up with something which we call the DP integration tool, which is explained on this page. Everyone can have a look at this. You don't have to be a member to enter this page. It's a simple idea. It's basically a series of documents for every single DP subject, and it gives them links to various resources that they can use to bring TOK into their classrooms. Now, the extent to which they want to do that and the depth that they want to go into, TOK can be quite a scary place, is up to them. They can very, very simply just print out a display showing our big questions, which is our framework for teaching TOK, our questions in the context of their subject, and just stick that on their wall and refer to it once in a while. Or they can go a little bit further by drawing on some of the quotes and ideas that might relate to their subject, or they can go even further and they can actually start exploring some of the real life situations that we like to look at in TOK. Now, that was a lot of information in a very short amount of time, so it would be much easier for me to show you exactly how that looks in practice. So these are the different aspects of our DP integration tool, and we've given an example of this for anthropology. So if you offer anthropology at your school, I'll show you exactly what that looks like. But you can see here that each one of these takes you to a folder for the different groups of the DP, and every single subject is catered for. So whatever you're teaching, we will provide you with the means to integrate TOK into that particular subject. So here's anthropology. Let's follow the link through to our Google Drive folder for this. So first of all, there's a little read this first presentation. I won't go through the whole thing in detail, but I'll just give you a quick idea of what it looks like. This just welcomes teachers to TOK and to the DP integration tool, gives them an idea of our framework. This is currently the 8 big questions. We will very shortly be adding our version for the 6 big questions, which is for the new 2022 syllabus, which we start teaching in the summer. Here is the diagram of the TOK course. Again, that will be replaced with our new one for the 6 big questions and the optional themes and core themes, rather than the ways of knowing. And then just an explanation of how this resource works. Okay, so every single teacher gets one of those. So this is the banner that I mentioned, the display that they can put up in their classroom. So here is the original big question that we look at in TOK, and here's how it looks for anthropology. Okay, so all of these questions. This is the beauty of our structure, our approach to TOK. All subject teachers can answer all of our unit titles. All of our unit titles are questions, and they can all be referred to by any subject, whether you're a mathematics teacher, a history teacher, or an anthropology teacher. And that's what makes it such a strong approach to the course. The old-fashioned way of doing it via areas of knowledge kind of cut out a large proportion of the teachers within the school. But following this question-based approach, anyone can get involved at any time. So, for example, here's big question number 6 about perspectives. This, our new 6 big questions is big question number 4. To what extent do our perspectives determine our understanding of anthropology? So that's a question that any teacher can answer in the context of their own subject. Okay, so that's kind of that's level 1. If you just want to stick that on the wall, then fantastic. We give a little more detail if you want to go a little bit further. So this is a little explanation of each question, how they could approach this question, how they can approach the big questions within their subjects. So a little bit of detail there if they want to go a little bit further. Further still, here are some quotes, some nice quotes on anthropology, which also relate to TOK, bridging that kind of gap. So Margaret Mead there, W.H. Auden referring to anthropology. So, some of those will be really, really helpful, I think, for teachers. And then we go a little bit further, TED Talks. So we've got some TED Talks here that relate to anthropology and ask the kind of questions that we really like thinking about in TOK. There are some gaps here. Sometimes it's hard to find things that relate to a big question in the context of a subject, but you will still find a significant range of resources in every single DP integration tool resource for each subject. And then finally, here are some media sources for teachers to draw on. So if they want to have a look at these questions in a real life context, in the real world, then they can draw on these if they want to go even further into TOK. Okay, so we've got one of those for every single DP teacher. So there's no excuse now for teachers not to get involved in TOK. The idea, of course, is that it's not a sort of onerous thing to do, though. We want them to love including TOK. We want them to see that TOK is a massive advantage to students in terms of kind of moving their exams and IAs up, because it allows them to follow a critical approach to every single subject. And it's fun, and it's relevant. So we really think that this is going to be or is a fantastic tool for teachers to use to enrich their own course and also to help deliver TOK throughout the school. If you have any questions about this or any of our other resources, I'll be more than happy to answer your questions. I can be easily contacted at michael@theoryofknowledge.net. So drop me a line and I'll be happy to field any questions you have. Many thanks.